We're going to visit Lillian, who's an 11-year-old girl with type 1 diabetes, and we've been taken there by our friends in the Ghanaian Diabetes Federation, essentially to see how some children with diabetes in this country get on, how they store their insulin and things like that. So we're going to go and see how things are now. So, Lillian, when were you diagnosed? When did you get diabetes?
But it's about I think I was called in September. I think September.
Last September.
Yeah.
And so
I remember September last year. And I don't know how called you about.
So she's doing very well since then?
Yeah, she's doing very well. I've been relating to the father most of the time. The father knows my house, so when things are tough, he will just come there and talk.
He wants to know.
Where do they get their insulin from?
I supplied.
You supply it?
Yeah.
From the Diabetes Federation?
Yeah, from the Life for a Child Foundation.
Right.
Insulin they brought here.
So it's the money you got, or insulin supplied by Life for a Child.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get that?
Nothing.
No insulin?
Yes. Then we would have to actually look for money or find a beneficiary who can support her. But
right.
Fortunately, since we got her, we got the Life for a Child insulin and we gave it to her.
And how long will the Life for a Child insulin last?
Up to July ended.
End of July, so another month.
Yeah.
And then what happens after that?
We're waiting for Graham to supply us again.
Right. And what if the supplies are delayed getting in? What happens?
I don't know. We only hope something happens.
And how much does insulin cost, the vials?
One vial is 26 Ghana cedis.
26 cedis, which is about
$13.
About $13.
Yeah.
And all the other supplies, the syringes, do you have to pay for all of those as well?
Yes, we pay for the syringes. The strips, one box of the strips is coming at 70 cedis, which you would use for 1 month.
Right. And that's supplied by Life for a Child as well, is it?
They haven't supplied us before.
No.
Here, fortunately, the owner for this particular brand has got a good relationship with the association. So if we get very needy children like this, we fall on him and he supplies.
Right. So there is some. And in terms of the blood glucose sugar meters and stuff and strips,
then we have to buy the first one they would use. Then eventually the strips we try to solicit.
Are the meters provided by the companies?
Not
No.
at all.
You have to pay for
You
those.
have to pay.
So you have to pay for everything.
Yeah.
And if you can't afford to pay,
Tough luck.
no meters, no blood sugar monitor.
This is how it's
Is this where you keep your
Yeah,
insulin then?
Yeah. So this is
Alright.
the one we Graham
Does it-
brought and we
Does
supply.
it freeze? Doesn't
No,
freeze.
it doesn't
No,
freeze.
that's-
no.
Doesn't freeze.
This cold
Yeah.
water. So
Oh, it's
This
cold
is-
water.
yeah.
All right. Okay. So it's just.
Yeah.
So it's not ice. It's literally
No,
just.
Yeah. So that is how.
And do you have to purchase? Do you have to
Yes,
buy
yeah.
the ice or the
That's
cold
it.
water?
Yes. Straight medium white. I'll tell you what they
So that's I suppose a view of what happens to some children with diabetes in this country. We've seen Lillian there. She's 11 years of age, diagnosed with diabetes a couple of years ago. Essentially, the family are very, very poor. The father works as a labourer away from the family home, gets home only every couple of weeks, and they are actually dependent on Life for a Child donation of insulin for Lillian to stay alive. If she didn't get it, they couldn't afford it, and her outlook would be very poor. So we also saw how Lillian was storing her insulin. She had essentially a small little bucket with cold ice water in it to keep her insulin stored, I suppose, at a relatively correct temperature. No glucometers, essentially no meters, no strips. So very tough life for Lillian. And actually now we're going to see another child, Elizabeth, who is our guide and works for the Ghanaian Diabetes Federation. Wants to see this little girl who's also 11. Apparently she's been sick in the last week or so and was in hospital up till a couple of days ago. And again, we're just going to go and see how she's getting on. Well, we just had some very upsetting news there, and I suppose it brings home the real issue of diabetes care in Ghana. We've just been in contact with the mother of that little girl we were just going to visit, and she said, unfortunately, she died yesterday. She been in hospital and discharged on Friday, and unfortunately, this poor girl passed away on Sunday. I think the assumption is that this was diabetic ketoacidosis. So again, just brings up the real problems that children in this country are facing with diabetes.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad
So it's not all about actually supplies, insulin and syringes and whatnot. There's also a big issue around education, and that's another part that we can contribute towards helping our colleagues here. We again, we were shown a document. It was a 5-year-old child, unfortunately, a couple of months ago, where the dose of insulin they were given was extraordinarily high for them. So where the child should have been given 8 units, they were given 80. Child seized and unfortunately died. So again, I think it's all areas. It's supplies, it's insulin, syringes, which is also a big role for us, possibly and probably, in terms of providing education for staff and professionals who work with children with diabetes here in Ghana.
Best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. The people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Enlarging your world. Mad world.
And for you, what's the hardest thing about having diabetes?
When you are injecting the insulin, sometimes you use the needles about 2 weeks, 1 week, and the needle it gets blunt, so you cannot inject it well, and then it will be painful.
So you use the same needle all the time for all your injections for 2 weeks?
Yes, and twice a day too.
Sorry?
Twice a day.
And twice a day, so that's almost 30 times the
Yes.
same needle.
Yeah.
And how do you clean it afterwards?
You don't use anything, just put it there.
Put it back in again?
Yes.
And over the next number of years, do you have any concerns about having diabetes and what that might mean for...
Yes, because I'm fighting maybe when in the near future I might get ill again, and then I'll not be able to maybe get my future career carried on. And sometimes too I fear, because when I'm grown up and maybe I get married and give birth, maybe my children will be infected with it.
with diabetes?
Yes.
And what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a doctor.
You want to be a doctor?
Yes.
And what do you want to look after? Who do you want to look after?
I want to look after my younger ones. I want to be a pediatrician.
A pediatrician?
Yes.
Well, I hope it works out for you.